Hey, I'm Scott, and welcome to the YouTube channel for Champion of Aging. So what I just demonstrated briefly there at the first part of this video was the first movement of a Kung Fu form I learned years ago that was basically just a sequence of animal type movements because Kung Fu, especially coming out of Shaolin, was based heavily on mimicking the movements of animals. So it wasn't so much about mimicking animals as far as developing fighting systems, although that some styles obviously developed out of that over time. But initially at Shaolin, it was all about just mimicking what animals were doing, their attitude and their movements to basically train the body. So Kung Fu is a little bit of part of the training that I include at Champion of Aging, and I'm going to be touching base more and more on that with this channel as well and at the website. So if you find this stuff helpful, please let me know. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to demonstrate the front thrust kick. Which is a great first basic tool for you to learn to help you develop some improved balance. That's where a lot of the benefit from Kung Fu comes from, is the Kung Fu forms help you strengthen the legs, develop some coordination, agility, and help you improve your balance. So going forward, that's why you're going to see a little bit more training of that type on the website and here at the YouTube channel. So pause here, and then I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that kick. Okay, so now I want to give you that little exercise that you can do that I think will really help you over time develop better balance. So what I'm going to teach you with this video is the front thrust kick. So we're going to start off in what we call a left lunge stance. So basically, if you have your feet basically in a natural distance apart, step forward with the left foot, just one stride, and then you're going to have about 60% of your weight on that front foot. Now you're going to push off the back foot and then feel like you're curling the hips upward and bringing that right knee as high as possible. And when you're doing that, try and point your toes up towards the ceiling. So you should feel tension in that lower part of your leg as you pull your toes back towards your shin. Now next, you want to feel like you're pushing your hips forward and sliding your heel across the top of a table. And then you can bring it back and then set the foot down. So obviously you're going to want to train both legs, but just to keep this video nice and brief, I'm just going to demonstrate off the right leg as far as the kick. So this would be a right front thrust kick. So again, we're in a left lunge stance. You want to keep your hands in front of you. You don't, when you're throwing the kick out, you do not want your hands to pull apart. You want to keep them in front of you. So again, push off of that back foot, curl the hips upward, bring the knee up as high as it will go, pull the toes back towards the shin, and then push the hips forward. Now as you're doing that, you're going to need to lean the upper body back a little bit to counterbalance that foot going forward, so that you don't lose your balance like I just did. Now, initially when you're practicing this, just do these nice and slow. Bring the foot back into chamber, and then set the foot back down. Now when you're really training in balance, try and do as many kicks in the air, nice and slow, as you can without setting that foot back down. So you're just bringing that knee back into chamber, and then when you feel like you're starting to lose your balance, you fight like hell to try and maintain that balance. So what this is doing is you're training those real small muscles and tendons and connective tissue around the ankle and in your foot in the lower part of your leg. That's where you're really fighting to maintain that balance. So it's important that you do your strength training in the gym to get yourself nice and strong with your legs, but also you do want to have to train a little bit for balance, because as we get older, there might be something that develops. My father has developed an inner ear issue that is causing him significant issues with his balance, and because he's very frail and he doesn't have strong legs and he's never trained much in the way of balance, it's easy for him to fall. So if you ever develop, some vertigo or whatever, and you have an issue in your inner ear that's causing a problem with the balance, at least you might have the opportunity to catch yourself. If you're not in a wide open space, you can catch yourself with the strength in your legs and that better balance as you feel like you're falling over. So this is why one of the main benefits of training in Kung Fu, you're going to learn different techniques and forms. All that training will help you with your coordination, your agility, and your balance. And that is why I'm going to be including more, Kung Fu stuff on the Champion of Aging website. It's going to be a big part of the training that I offer over there going forward. So check it out. Again, check out championofaging.com, and we'll see you down the road.